Grand Rising, coming to you at 600 hours, 52 minutes, Saturday, November 27, 2021. I've seen the discussion online that they keep asking this question, I keep saying everywhere, so it's not just in one spot. When is a young man a man? So the question is basically, you are not a man of a house. That is detrimental. So is it detrimental to call your son the man of the house? And all of the comments were saying yes. Well, I want you to know, as a good, healthy, balanced man on this earth, I'll say no. For my reasoning, so let's go over their reasoning, because in some cases it can show unbalance. It can make that young man go outside and do things that he thinks he have to do as a man. Or if his father in the home, why would he be the man of the house? Or I've seen a lot, we keep putting too much on young black men. A child should be a child. Well, I'll have to say I wholeheartedly disagree. You know, when you walk in the store, I want you to try this real quick. And it's a brother at the cashier, the counter, or you walk by. Say good afternoon, sir. Say as we is, grand rising, or however you greet somebody in the AM. I want you to check that out and see his response. And why I ask that and say that is because you have to look at what is really being said to him. No, he is not. Now, if your child going to school and they're learning comprehension, of course, if you call your son the man of the house, with his father there or not, he know his responsibility as the man of the house. Why is that such a problem, that calling your son the man of the house? He knows his position, his responsibility. You know why? See how I started with, he's going to go out and do anything. You know why a young man not going to go out and do anything? Because he know how powerful that means. See, we forgot our own power. We don't even accredit the men in our lives as men. We are so disoriented and we have so much dissension amongst our race, just our race real quick, that we don't even get it. Imagine this. Picture this. This is a good understanding of what I'm talking about. I am a world-class athlete. I make millions of dollars. I am an NBA player. Man of the house. Hashtag man of the house. So with me being the man of the house, as an athlete, what am I going to guide and challenge my son to be? Oh, I'm going to challenge him and guide him to be a basketball player. Okay, got you. But you want to know those NBA, the football and men, regardless of racism, of anything, because we know that exists. I always bypass that. Had to explain that to a brother about that before. Bypass that real quick. Come on, let's get by that. Okay, you done with that? Now, if I'm an athlete, I'm training and guiding my son, I'm guiding him, I'm challenging him to be a basketball player. Okay. What are the NBA owners, the football owners, everybody that's owners of every company? See, we talk about doing business, but we don't ever talk about this part, because this is the first part. Because what happens at home first determines the outcome of the man. And we can't always say because it's a single mother. Well, it's funny how we got mad when single mothers was given props for being single mothers without the father for their son. But we always give props to the father, even though Father Day is the least celebrated and the least money spent on day. You know why? Because all the money's come from the men. And at the same time, we don't raise our daughters and the women around us to love the men. Remember, he's not the man of the house. So all you telling him is how to be a basketball player. That other guy over there, he's showing his son how to be an owner of the basketball players. See, we won't talk about that. So while you in the house don't want to call your son a man, and we are sprouting out men ain't shit, and then the men agree a man at 17 supposed to have a house, a car, he supposed to be able to. That's what we're telling our sons. That's the toxic part. It's not toxic or corrupted or bad to say to your son he's a man. He is the man of the house. Because one day that young male is going to become the man of his house or his area. He's going to have to make final decisions. And a child, no, that is grooming him. That is letting him know one day you're going to have this responsibility. You are going to be accountable for one's own self. It has nothing to do with racism, other black men, other race men and women. And it has to do all with you. I'm going to get to the good side now. The reason that was important for me, because my father wasn't in the home. I was raised by a single mother. But it's funny, the irony, when we get mad at one instance, we get mad at everything. We down everything. So I'm raised by a single mother. I should be everything negative that a man should be. Man, I met some guys that have their fathers, but since they had their father, they thought they was right. Like, we so hard up on this structure. I know a lot of men that's not married and they have the fathers in the house. See, we only calculate, and see, this is what we do. We only calculate the man when he becomes a father. But a lot of women in the bat area, they calculate the men outside before he even wants to be a father or before he's married. I calculate me as a man from day one. As a man, you account, your accounts of you starts now. Whether I'm married, should I be slinging my penis everywhere? No. Just because I'm not married, don't have children, should I be doing any and everything? No. See, you're slick. See how slick that is? But now I'm married. I'm not married and no children. I am everything in the book that's less than of what we call a man. See, his accounts has only come from his marriage, just as women. We think that women is the only ones that have that stigma over their head. No. The greatest thing about being a bachelor with no children, I'm very responsible for my penis. See, a lot of the brothers can't say that. See, we don't talk about the truth. When that man at work, she getting another penis inserted inside of her, and he's at work. Or when she's at home when they're doing the right thing, he's doing the right things as a single man. So when he gets married and become a father, he don't have to change. What's wrong with y'all? Why would he change who he is to fit into your mantras, your created atmospheres? Yes, you created that. We created the atmosphere of you will always be wrong unless you fit into this puzzle piece. If I made a puzzle, none of the pieces will fit. Because every puzzle piece is depicted upon that person. It don't automatically fit within, like, quote unquote, the structure. I grew up in the structure where I had my father and my mother, and so I already knew. So why was you having sex with all those women before you got married? Oh, we're not gonna check that part. Oh, why was you abusing those women? Oh, we're not gonna check that part. Let's go. Oh, why was you selling? Oh, you had a count of your community, but why was you selling drugs? Why was you pimping women? Oh, let's leave that alone. Don't account for that. Don't account for that. Oh, now you got a business because you out of prison? Oh my God, you own You own 3 real estates? Oh, you the man. You the man. You the man. Come on. We're not going to count for what he did. No. Oh, you didn't rob them stores. That's why you in prison. No, that's not a count for that. No. Come on. Oh, you didn't. Oh, okay. I see what we're doing. That's why we having the problem. Oh, we talking about resolve and resolution. I just gave a resolve and a resolution of what we're doing. We're not accounting for what he's doing because he got a business. Oh, so he a husband. Even though he a husband, he out having sex with Susie Rottencrotch and his wife is at home and kids. Oh, we're not going to account for that. Only we going to talk about him being a husband. So when he talk, we're not going to listen to the other man that held account and esteem for himself and respect when he was just a brother with the ER and became another son and brother and mentor other young. We're not going to account for that. That don't matter until he have so basically until you can use him, we only going to account. So again, it's okay before you marry to have sex with whom and which and where, Johnny who, Susie Crop, where they want to go. But once he's married, we're going to forget all of that. That's going to be the talking points. No, the brothers need to hear what's going on with you. No, I made a mistake. You know, I took my money. I thought I was doing something good. You know, I was with this woman. You thought I was being my best. You know, I was helping my family, and I thought that was the way it's supposed to go. But man, it didn't work out. What's wrong with that? That's resolve. Now, what's the resolution? Man, I tell you, brothers, I don't think you should just go out there willy-nilly just swinging your thing around. We in 2021. You can catch something. I've been graced not to catch nothing by another young lady. Even though I wasn't with 40, 50, or 100, 200 men, 200 women, just because I was saying it as, and just because she been with that, they don't have anything. That's the grace of it. But come on, we're gonna come back to reality real quick. Come on, be accountable, be responsible. Hold yourself first. Don't allow social media to dictate your greatness. So hashtag is the man of the house. He's the man of the house. It's not taken away. Now, like I said, what is the account? If we saying the account of the man is only based on when he become a man, that's as, now let me go back to the military. When I was a private, that's the first rank. Then you have private first class, lance corporal, sergeant, staff sergeant, master sergeant, gunnery sergeant, then sergeant major. What if I only decided to show or take initiative when I became a sergeant? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ranks before it's my time to lead. Nobody showed me nothing. I didn't want to know nothing. I didn't know I need to know. But imagine if the men around me said, no, I'm not gonna give you no examples of a man. Now he a sergeant. Now, so if we equate that to being here, now he's in charge of a whole bunch of people. He's the leader of a unit, a squad, which in the world is a shop, an area, a community. Now tell him to be the leader. Tell him to be the leader right now. And then you will be mad when he's like, man, he was a bad leader. He didn't know what to do. No. You know what's make it great? When he was a private, you were saying the sergeant walk up to him. And you in the military, you know that. You a leader at private. Just if you go outside of the military, you are on that job site as a technician when your supervisors and your quality assurance is not standing in front of you. That is your career. That is, you are the boss. You are the manager and supervisor of that site, of that community, when nobody's around. So when your father not in the house, whether he's at work or he's not there at all, he is the man of the house. Show me where I should not. Now, with everything I said, show me where I would not call my son the man of the house when I'm at home. I don't expect my son to weary and cower, but I also don't expect my son to be Superman. I'm saying, my son, you have the right to be afraid. You have not been through a war. You have not seen somebody get murdered and killed. You have not had the opportunity to test your strength. But if you decide, let you know, I will not be mad at you and I will not be angry. And when I will see you, I will not kill you for trying. But if you decide, son, you are scared for some reason, because you've never been in that position would be your reason, I will not beat you down. I would not call you less of a man. And I also damn sure would not give the men that's trying to hurt my family any fucking props. What the fuck is wrong with us, black men? We give bad men props. Because he got a business now. Oh, you forgot how many people he killed and shot at. He sprayed up a room with people inside. That wouldn't even, you ain't true. If I'm coming for you, I'm coming for you. I'm not hurting nobody around you. That's what we get. See, we don't have the right understanding for the right, we don't have the right mindset. So that tool we need, we don't have the right tools. We don't have the right in that. We don't have the right nothing. You call that the rite of passage when a man become a man. What is his rite of passage? Is if he's not given the opportunity and he's not guided and challenged of how to be a man. Kick him out the house. That's so beautiful. Just because he's smart and intelligent, kick him out the house. Don't show him how to use a tool. Don't show him how to pay bills. Don't show him what a bill is. Don't show him nothing about life. And then say he's gonna be, just because he's watching, he needs example. Everybody don't learn the same way. When is we gonna get off that? See, this gonna be going, this on deaf ears. But I'm loving it in the future, just as in them video games, when they find them old video archives, they're gonna see Otho Williams Jr. out here, not like other the black man. His monologue was not about money, 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 money. Get the hoes, fuck every woman you need to fuck. That wasn't him. Because it's gonna be a young man that's gonna be asking the questions like, what do I do? Instead of beating on him and telling him to just go to job. Just go to work. That's all he needs to know. No. What about loving himself? Taking care of himself. Understanding the things that what I'm talking about right now. I gave a whole understanding. But we are being amongst each other and we are lie to each other. We are kill each other. We are beat on each other. Just to get some fallacy, some false narrative alive. We are our own destruction. We are the only reason we are not in a better position. We are black men. We knock racism out the way. We know that exists. We know we getting paid less. So I'm in the town of Buffalo, New York. Somebody asked me, why don't the quarterback for the Bills, why do he get more money for the Baltimore Ravens? Why you think so? Oh, because he white and I'm black? No. That's 1%, 2% of the reason. So I asked him, go walk around the city of Buffalo. You will see that quarterback plastered. You would turn on the news after they win. You see that quarterback plastered. To that black quarterback, don't matter how far he get, you won't see him plastered. Because that 2% of racism set in. It's about the projection. If your son can't be projected as the man in the house, stop expecting him when he leave the house to be the man of his house.